unang-una, kung sakali nga pong matutuloy or pag natuloy, is it foregone conclusion na maaaring isubpina itong mga bank records ni VP Sara? I mean, wala po bang kaduda-duda yon?
Tama yan. Under the bank secrecy law natin, bank deposits are absolutely confidential, pero may mga exceptions, dalawang exception na applicable dito. One, in case of impeachment, walang qualification nakalagay in case of impeachment. At saka pangalawa, if there is a written consent from the depositor. Ngayon, because this is an impeachment case, of course, the prosecution will file a motion for a subpoena duces tecum to subpoena the bank records of Sara in BPI, no?
Apo.
And that will be voted upon by the judges, senator judges. The presiding officer, the Senate President, can on his own decide that, or can throw it to the body.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if the presiding officer decides on his own and a member does not agree, then that member can ask for a vote by the entire body. So, magkakaroon ng voting talaga yan, no?
Okay.
So, majority vote lang ang kailangan dyan.
Which means po na hindi matik po ito, ano po, dahil pwedeng sabihin na naman halimbawa na kagaya ng motion to dismiss the impeachment case against VP Sara, pwede rin pong maging subject of voting etong pagsubpina sa mga bank records ni VP Sara, and by a simple majority they can say no, we don't agree, or yes, we should go ahead with the BPI or any bank records ni VP Sara for purposes of the impeachment trial.
Tama yan. Of course, the senator judges by majority vote can say no or can say yes. Pag no yan, well, they will have to contend with the reaction of the public, no? Katulad yung second envelope yan during the impeachment of former President Estrada.
Mm-hmm.
Pero meron pang pangalawang, there's a second avenue to open the bank accounts. Under the SALN law, all public officials submit their SALN annually. Merong provision doon, before you sign, I hereby authorize the ombudsman or his duly authorized representative to verify my assets and liabilities in any appropriate government office. So, the ombudsman has a power to ask the Anti-Money Laundering Council to send the records of public officials with respect to their bank accounts. Dahil may reporting yung mga banks to AMLA, no? Pag it's over $500,000 pesos. So, ganyan nangyari during the impeachment of former Chief Justice Corona. The ombudsman requested from the AMLA the bank records, and nakuha niya. And the Chief Justice did not contest it anymore. Siya na nagsabi, yes, I have those accounts. So, very few people know this, but when every public official, when you file your SALN, you give a written authority.
It's a waiver, no? In other words.
It's a waiver. So, dahil nakalagay dun sa bank secrecy law, the bank deposits are absolutely confidential, except when there is a written consent from the depositor. In impeachment cases, when a competent court will order it in a bribery or case or a dereliction of duty case. So, ito will fall under the first exception when there is a written consent of the depositor, dahil in every SALN, binibigyan mo ng authority, written authority yung ombudsman to verify your SALN in any government office, with the records of any government office. So, pwede rin mag-request yung ombudsman sa Anti-Money Laundering Council. Pero hindi pwede sa bangko, sa Anti-Money Laundering Council, because the Anti-Money Laundering Council is a government agency that's created by law.
Okay.
Option po ba ito yung pag-allow netong to AMLAC na i-check ang kanilang bank records? Is it an option, Justice, for the owner of the SALN, or ito po ay talagang mandatory na once?
Mandatory yan.
Mandatory.
You cannot, when you submit your SALN, you sign it, naka-imprenta na yun doon, I hereby authorize.
Alright.
Nasa form yun, printed form yun.
Opo. Kailan po mangyayari yung pag-request ng bank records ng Vice Presidente pag nagsimula na po ang impeachment
Yes,
trial?
during the trial na. The prosecution will request for that. But if there is, the ombudsman can also request the AMLA, may record siya. Pag may record siya, the ombudsman can, on his own, can also present that to the, or he can be also subpoenaed by the impeachment court. No?
Okay. So
That's exactly what happened during the time of Chief Justice Corona.
Yeah.
When the ombudsman said, yes, I have the records. And of course, inadmit na ni Chief Justice Corona na he had the bank accounts.
Justice Carpio, halimbawa po ang scenario is nagbotohan ang mga Senate judges and they voted na wag na nating isubpina yung mga bank records ni VP Sara. What happens then to the ombudsman? Does that mean moot and academic na yung kanyang pinanghahawakan na waiver to subpoena based on her SALN yung mga bank records ni VP Sara, and kahit na makuha pa yon, it cannot be presented to the senator judges because nagbotohan na sila?
The motion to the senator judges is to subpoena the bank record, the records of the deposits in the bank. Iba yung, that's another motion to get the records from the ombudsman. That will be another motion.
Okay. Now, let me see if this still stands. Kasi sabi po ng ombudsman, habang live ginagawa yung impeachment trial, the ombudsman is quite helpless, no, in pursuing the case that was lodged against VP Sara doon po mismo sa office of the ombudsman. So in other words, at saka let's add the fact na magre-retiro na siya, di po ba? So for all intents and purposes, mukha po bang hindi na magiging effective kung ano man ang mga possible contributions ng ombudsman?
Well, there will be a new ombudsman by the time of July 29, no? Because the present ombudsman will be retiring already. So by the time of the trial, wala na yung present ombudsman, may bago na.
Yes, okay. So may ano ito, parang 19th to 20th Congress, merong continuum.
Yes, because there is a crossover, established na yan, although that could be questioned also, pero I think the Supreme Court will rule that there is a crossover.
Opo. Justice Carpio, alam po naman natin na hindi nga lang masyadong napag-uusapan na ang laki ng nakasalalay dito sa impeachment trial na ito. Principally, yung pong pagkandidato o pagtakbo ni VP Sara pagdating ng 2028. No? Kapag halimbawa, she's found guilty, di ibig sabihin, hindi na siya makakatakbo for any government position. Tama po ba? And therefore, talagang napaka-importante po nito, napaka-crucial itong impeachment trial na ito. Would you agree, sir?
Well, yes, because I expect the decision of the impeachment court to include that there is perpetual disqualification. Although that's not automatic, no?
Opo.
You can be removed, but the penalty can also include perpetual disqualification.
So ibig sabihin, pwedeng tanggal lang, pero pwede pa rin tumakbo later on.
Yes, pwedeng ganyan. Dahil nakalagay, shall not extend further than removal from office and perpetual disqualification. So, pwede namang like for example, yung yung in other cases, well, the only impeached official was CJ Coronan. Sinama yung nakalagay doon and perpetual disqualification. Pero nasa Senado yan, nasa impeachment court kung gusto nila isama.
I see.